the discovery in the deep silence of space, far from Earth. A small team of explorers moved cautiously. Their ship, the Odyssey, was slowly approaching an old alien vessel. It was unlike anything anyone on Earth had ever seen before. The ship looked broken and silent, floating in the dark void like a ghost. Mark, the lead scientist of the mission, stared at the screens in front of him. He was a young man with bright eyes and a sharp mind. His job was to study and understand alien technology, and this ship was his biggest challenge yet. "Commander, the ship's hull is covered with strange symbols," Mark said, pointing at the screen. "They don't look like any language we know." The commander nodded. "We've never seen anything like this. It's been drifting here for centuries. No signs of life on board." Mark felt a strange excitement mixed with fear. They were about to step inside a silent mystery. The whole galaxy had heard rumors about alien ships with advanced technology lost in space. Now, they had found one. The Odyssey docked carefully. The airlock opened with a hiss, and the team stepped into the dark corridors of the alien ship. The walls were cold and smooth, glowing faintly with blue light. Strange machines hummed softly, like they were still alive. Mark's heart beat faster. He looked around, trying to make sense of the symbols and buttons. Suddenly, he found a small room filled with screens and panels. It looked like a control center. This must be the ship's command room. Mark whispered Dot. He walked closer to the main console and saw a strange device, a box covered with glowing lines and symbols. Eyes widened when he noticed it was a kind of computer, but very different from anything on Earth. "Look at this," Mark called out to his team. "It's a code system, a secret lock. If I can break this code, we might learn what this ship really is." Everyone watched as Mark began to study the device. His fingers moved quickly, pressing buttons and scanning the symbols. The machine responded, flashing lights and strange sounds. Hours passed. The team waited in silence. Suddenly, the screen blinked, and a long series of numbers and letters appeared. "I did it," Mark said softly. "I cracked the first layer of the code." But then the ship trembled slightly. Alarms started to beep in the distance. The blue lights grew brighter, and a low voice echoed through the corridors. Double quotes warning. Warning. Unauthorized access detected. Mark froze. "Did we trigger something?" The commander's face grew serious. "It looks like this ship has defenses. We need to be careful." The team quickly moved back to the airlock. But before they left, Mark grabbed a small data drive from the console. This data might hold the key to everything, he said. Back on the Odyssey, Mark connected the data drive to his computer. The information was complex, filled with codes and diagrams. As he studied it, his eyes grew wide with shock. "This is not just a ship," Mark said. "It's a weapon, a very advanced weapon, created by an ancient alien race." The others gathered around. "How dangerous is it?" The commander asked. Mark looked at the files again. "Too dangerous for humans. It was made to destroy entire planets." A chill ran down everyone's spine. They realized that by cracking the code, they had unlocked a secret that could change everything. Suddenly, the ship's sensors detected a signal coming from far away. It was a warning message from a galactic force. Someone or something was watching them. Mark knew this was just the beginning. The secret they had found was never meant for humans. And now, their lives and the future of Earth were in danger. The code breaker. The Odyssey hummed quietly as it drifted in space, away from the alien ship. Inside, Mark sat in front of multiple screens, his fingers flying over the keyboard. The data drive he had taken held more secrets than anyone expected. Mark's team gathered around him. They all felt the weight of the discovery. This was no ordinary find. "We need to decode the entire system," Mark said. This weapon's power is hidden in layers of codes. If we can understand it, we can control it or destroy it. His voice was calm, but inside, Mark felt the pressure. The whole Earth depended on what they would do next. Hours turned into days. Mark worked day and night, poring over alien languages and strange patterns. He slowly pieced together fragments of the ship's command system. Each step forward was like opening a new door in a house filled with shadows. Sometimes the system responded with warnings. Other times it revealed strange blueprints of weapons bigger than Earth itself. Mark's assistant, Lisa, called him over. "Look at this," she said, pointing at the screen. "These symbols match the warning messages we received." Mark leaned in. The symbols formed a message. This weapon is for war. It was created to end conflicts, but it destroys everything in its path. Mark's heart pounded. He realized this weapon was designed for total destruction, no matter the cost. Suddenly, the ship's communication system beeped. A holographic image flickered to life. It showed a large fleet of warships approaching Earth's sector. "Galactic forces," the commander said quietly. They must have tracked the signal from the alien ship. Panic spread across the team. The warships were closing in fast, and they were far from ready. Mark's mind raced. The codes they had were not just a mystery. They were a key to survival. Gathered his team. "We have to finish decoding the weapon system. If we control it, we can defend Earth." "But this weapon was made to destroy planets," Lisa warned. "What if it destroys us instead?" Mark nodded. "That's the risk. But if we don't try, we lose everything." The days that followed were tense. The team worked tirelessly to unlock the weapon's control. They found that the system was tied to a powerful energy source hidden inside the alien ship. Mark discovered that the weapon could be turned on and off, but it required a unique activation code locked deep inside the system. One night, Mark stayed late, alone in the lab. The silence was broken only by the quiet hum of the computers. Suddenly, the screen flashed with new data and encrypted file marked activation protocol. Mark's hands trembled. He had found the key. He began to carefully decode the file. Knowing any mistake could trigger the weapon, minutes felt like hours. Finally, the last line of code appeared. "Activation. Authorized species only." Mark frowned. "Authorized species?" He whispered. He realized the weapon was programmed to only respond to certain life forms, likely the alien creators. This meant humans might not even be able to use it fully. Mark shared his discovery with the commander. "This weapon is designed with fail-safe locks. It won't obey us unless we prove we are the right species." The commander stared at him. "So? We have the power, but no way to use it?" Mark shook his head. "Not yet. But if we can find a way to fool the system, we might gain control." Suddenly, alarms blared across the ship. The galactic fleet was closer than ever. The team prepared for battle, but Mark's mind was focused on one thing: breaking the final code. The fate of humanity was tied to this weapon, and the secret code held the key. Asterisk. The warning ignored. Back on Earth, news of the alien ship's discovery spread quickly, but not everyone was ready to listen. Mark's warnings about the weapon's danger were clear and urgent. He told the leaders and scientists about the secret code, the deadly power hidden inside the ship. But some people saw only opportunity. "Think of the technology we can gain," one official said. "This could make Earth the strongest power in the galaxy." Others wanted to use the weapon to protect humanity from any future threats. Mark tried to explain, this weapon was made to destroy entire worlds. We do not fully understand its power. If we misuse it, we could destroy ourselves. His words fell on deaf ears. Meanwhile, the galactic fleet that had been tracking the alien ship moved closer to Earth's borders. They sent messages demanding, Earth hand over the alien technology or face consequences. Earth's leaders refused. Mark's team prepared for the worst. Late one night, Mark sat alone in his lab. He replayed the warning message from the alien ship. Unauthorized access detected. Activating failsafe. Failsafe. The word sent a chill down his spine. He realized that cracking the code had triggered a defense system, something that could threaten Earth itself. The alien ship was not just a weapon. It was a trap. Mark called an emergency meeting. "We must destroy the ship before the failsafe activates," he said. "If we don't, the weapon could wipe out Earth." But destroying the ship was not easy. The weapon's energy core was still active, protected by the secret code. Mark suggested a risky plan. Use the alien code itself to disable the failsafe. Some on the team were afraid. If the code is wrong, it could make things worse. But time was running out. As the galactic fleet approached, Earth's defenses scrambled ships and weapons. Tensions grew. Mark and his team worked day and night, trying to find the right sequence to stop the failsafe. Suddenly, a new message arrived from inside the alien ship. It was a simple phrase: "Do not trust your kind." Mark looked at the others, confused and scared. "Who sent this?" the commander asked. "No one knows," Mark replied. "But it's clear the ship's creators did not want anyone to use this weapon." The message made them question everything. Was the weapon designed to destroy not just enemies, but anyone who tried to control it? As the fail-safe countdown began, the team raced to finish their work. Mark held his breath as he entered the final code. The ship trembled. Lights flickered. And then ... silence. The fail-safe stopped, but the danger was not over. The galactic fleet had arrived, and they were ready to attack. Asterisk. The secret revealed. The warships from the galactic fleet hovered just outside Earth's orbit. There, massive shadows casting fear across the planet below. The world held its breath, waiting for the first strike. Inside the Odyssey, Mark and his team prepared for the unknown. They knew the alien weapon was still active somewhere, but now a new threat had arrived. Mark stared at the glowing screen, showing the alien ship's internal data. As he dug deeper into the code, a chilling truth began to emerge. This weapon, Mark said slowly, it's not just a tool of war. It's a biological weapon created to target only humans. The others stared in disbelief. A weapon made to destroy an entire species? Designed for humans? Mark nodded grimly. The ancient aliens who built this ship didn't just want to win wars. They wanted to wipe out humans specifically. Lisa's eyes widened. That means they saw humans as a threat, something dangerous to them. Mark continued, and the failsafe wasn't to protect the weapon from misuse. It was to stop anyone, but the creators from using it. The realization hit them hard. The alien technology was a trap, a deadly challenge set for humanity. Suddenly, the ship's system showed a hidden file marked Emergency Protocol. Mark hesitated, then opened. Inside was a recorded message from the ancient aliens. Our greatest weapon is designed to awaken only when a threat emerges. Humans have evolved too quickly. They are a danger to all life. Mark played the recording again. The voice was cold, unemotional, but the message was clear. We designed this weapon to eliminate humans if necessary. The team looked at each other, fear mixed with determination. We have this weapon now, Mark said, but can we control it? Or will it destroy us? Outside, the galactic fleet sent a final warning. Hand over the weapon or face destruction. Mark knew that Earth was caught between a deadly secret and an unstoppable enemy. He turned to the commander. We need to find a way to use this weapon to protect humanity without triggering its destruction. The commander nodded. Time is running out. Mark's fingers flew over the keyboard, searching for a way to unlock the weapon's true potential. But every answer seemed to raise new questions. The alien ship's secrets were deep, and some were never meant to be found. Asterisk. The galactic threat, the galactic fleet, hung like a storm in Earth's orbit, massive warships bristling with weapons and deadly intent. Earth's defense forces scrambled to prepare, but the threat was unlike anything humanity had faced before. Mark stood in the command room, surrounded by the hum of computers and flashing screens. The ancient alien weapon was still a mystery, but now it was clear. The galaxy's powerful forces feared Earth's discovery. "We've been marked as a target," the commander said grimly. "They want this weapon, or they want to destroy." "You?" Mark nodded, his mind racing. "If they get this technology first, it could mean the end of Earth." Suddenly, the ship's sensors detected a fleet movement. Smaller ships, faster and more agile, were heading toward the Odyssey. "They're coming for us," Lisa said, tension in her voice. The team prepared for battle, but Mark's thoughts were elsewhere. The alien weapons code was a puzzle he still had to solve. He gathered the team in the lab. "This weapon is designed for total destruction, but I believe it also holds the key to our defense." "How?" the commander asked. "The weapons control system has hidden commands," Mark explained. "If we can find and activate the defensive protocols, we can protect Earth." The team returned to work, racing against time. Outside the galactic, attackers closed in. Mark's fingers moved quickly over the keyboard, decoding and testing commands. He felt the weight of the galaxy on his shoulders. Suddenly, an alarm blared. The enemy ships had launched an attack that the Odyssey shook as energy. Blasts hit its shields. "Shields holding," the commander shouted. "But we can't last long." Mark's eyes stayed on the screen. Almost there. Just a few more lines of code. As the battle raged outside, Mark unlocked a secret command labeled Guardian Protocol. With a deep breath, he activated it. The alien ship's energy core pulsed, sending a bright light through space. The attacking ships suddenly slowed, their weapons disabled by an invisible force. A powerful shield formed around Earth's orbit, an alien defense. System turned to protect humanity. The team cheered. But Mark knew this was only the beginning. The galactic fleet would not give up easily. Earth's new power would draw even more dangerous eyes. Asterisk, the human edge, the new shield around Earth, shimmered with alien energy. A barrier no enemy could penetrate easily. For the first time, humanity had a real chance. Inside the Odyssey, Mark and his team studied the weapons control panel. The Guardian Protocol was only the beginning. The alien system had secrets deeper than anyone imagined, Mark discovered. A message hidden within the code. Only the chosen can unlock full power. "Chosen?" Lisa asked. Puzzled, Mark frowned. "It means the weapon is linked to specific genetic markers, probably from the aliens who built it. Humans don't match." The commander looked worried. "So, even with the weapon, we may never control its full power?" Mark shook his head. "Not unless we find a way to trick the system." Determined, Mark began experimenting with the code, trying to create a human signature that would fool the weapon. Days passed. The team worked tirelessly, under pressure from Earth's leaders demanding quick results. One evening, as the Odyssey orbited Earth, Mark's screen suddenly flashed. Signature accepted. Full power unlocked. Mark's heart raced. His program had worked. The weapon systems hummed to life, energy pulsing through the ship. "This is it," Mark said quietly. "We have the power to defend Earth." But with great power came great danger. The weapon's full activation sent a signal across the galaxy, a beacon announcing Earth's new strength. Alien fleets from distant systems began to take notice. Back on Earth, the military prepared to use the weapon's power, but Mark warned caution. "We don't fully understand it," he said. "If misused, It could cause more harm than good. The commander agreed. We must train carefully. This weapon is unlike anything we have seen. Mark was assigned to lead a special team humans who would learn to operate the alien system safely. Their training was intense. They studied alien technology, learning its strengths and limits. Mark found something unexpected. Humans' creativity and unpredictability gave them an edge over rigid alien systems. We think differently, Mark explained. That might be why this weapon responds to us now. One night, Mark stood looking at Earth from orbit. He thought about the journey, how a simple discovery had changed everything. He knew the coming battles would be hard, but humanity had one thing no weapon could match: the human spirit. Asterisk. The aftermath of battle for Earth was over for now. Thanks to the alien weapon and the courage of Mark and his team, the galactic fleet had retreated. The invisible shield still hummed softly around the planet, a reminder of humanity's new place in the stars. But the victory felt different than anyone expected. The weapon was powerful, yes, but it came with a heavy cost. Earth's leaders gathered to decide what to do next. Do we keep this weapon? The commander asked during the meeting, or destroy it before it destroys us? Mark stood quietly. He thought about the danger the weapon held and the hope it brought. We must protect it, he said finally, but with respect and caution. This power can keep us safe, but only if we control it wisely. The leaders agreed, and a new plan began. A special division was created, humans trained in alien technology, guardians of the weapon's secrets. Mark was chosen to lead them, but even as Earth rebuilt, the galaxy had changed. Other species now looked at humanity differently, some with fear, others with respect. Messages arrived from distant worlds, some offering friendship, others warning of new dangers. Mark knew this was only the beginning of a new era. The alien ship held more secrets, hidden rooms, encrypted files, and mysteries still waiting to be uncovered. And somewhere in the stars, the ancient creators watched, their reasons for making the weapon unknown. One night, as Mark studied the ship's data, a strange signal appeared. It was a message, but not in any language he knew. The screen flashed. The test has begun. Mark's heart pounded. The discovery of the alien weapon was not the end. It was the start of a challenge far greater than anyone imagined. Humanity had unlocked a secret too dangerous to ignore. And now the galaxy was watching. Asterisk.